Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud and very delighted to be at this function. And I shared this with my wife, Ratna, as the brilliance of Manoj's idea a long time back, nearly 2 years ago. And so when the call came from Manoj that the inauguration of the VIR program is today in Bangalore, we said we must be part of that process. I think it's a wonderful idea. The market is latent, it's very large. They talk about 60,000 ex-servicemen, but I think participation in this will be much wider. The numbers will be much wider. And I strongly believe that VIR has a very bright and robust future. My sense of assessment of VIR was when I interacted with Manoj, and I saw three distinct characteristics in this project. One was vision. We haven't had an opportunity of interacting with the military community in service and those who retire. And this will be the first real occasion for the general community to interact with the armed forces and the family that surrounds them. That bonding is very, very important for a nation that's building itself a new future. Vision is something that I saw embedded in whatever Manoj is talking about, and that was one of the reasons why I spontaneously responded and said, the Tata Group must stand behind you. Incidentally, in the chart that you showed of your partners, I didn't see a Tata company, and I think it would be good to enlist not just one Tata company, but many Tata companies. The second characteristic that I saw was courage. It's quite extraordinary. Sometimes in the middle of other engagements and so on, when a message came from Manoj or when he came up for a meeting, I thought I was seeing an army officer in civilian clothes. He was so deeply immersed in his project, so passionately committed to his project, that I was blown. My mind was blown by a young person, a young manager, who had done many other things, come forward and do such a thing with great courage. I discovered that he went to many forward areas in the network, the army network. He'd been to places like Kupwara and many other places. And I've seen snippets of the video programs, the video shots, and photographs of his interacting with forward position military personnel. That is the passion that is behind it. It's not something that we usually see very common in society. Manoj referred to the inspiration of his grandfather, whom I knew. That is one, of course, a major source of inspiration for him. But I think his parents and his wife and his daughter and son and everybody else stood solidly behind him. They didn't realize that they were dealing with a person whom I would like to call is a corporate sannyasi. He left behind everything that he was doing in Chennai, came to Bangalore. He occupied a single room, I think, and from where he went through many ups and downs, but it was a very rewarding experience to encourage and to motivate somebody like that. So he had great courage in putting all this together, and I'm so proud and delighted that it's coming to fruition today here in this hall. Finally, it is a very unique characteristic of VIR is patriotism. We in Tata's, like many other companies, some of whom you're here, we come across many startup operations, we come across many enterprises that are the beginning stages. But very rarely do we find a fine blend of patriotic feeling with business. And I think that level of patriotism will be something that many other companies need to imitate in coming years, because this country's defense, this country's future cannot be guaranteed until all of it is integrated to one community. And it's quite possible that we could be that kind of a bridge. My advice to Manoj would be that there are many other things that you can do once in about 3 years' time, when you're really settled down and your business is expanded, you meet your targets and so on. There are other things that you can do with this brilliant instrument that you're devising. And I'm sure that you will discover it yourself. But all of us who have been in business or in government or in armed forces for a long time would, I'm sure, fully support your endeavor. So I take this opportunity to wish you and your team, your great team, great success in the coming years, and we'll watch it with progress. Thank you.